Hey guys, welcome to LALoveCreative, and today we're talking about the Canon EOS R5 versus the Sony A7 III when it comes to photography and video. If you haven't, make sure you hit the bell so you can stay notified when we post new videos. Cue the intro. Cue it. Cue it. Now, I recently had a chance to do a fashion shoot with a fellow hybrid shooter by the name of Wansamir out of New Jersey. He came to LA and we were talking about collabing for a long time, and we're like, okay, let's do a fashion shoot. This will be a great chance for me to test out the EOS R5, and he shoots primarily with the Sony A7 III. So this was a great chance for us to basically test out the capabilities of the EOS R5 versus one of my favorite cameras, the A7 III. Now, shooting in downtown LA was a great location because it gave us a chance to see how, running from this place to that place, shooting in this background, shooting on that background, a typical fashion photography setup. Now, disclaimer, the EOS R5 is about $4,600. The Sony A7 III is about $2,000. So there is a big price difference when it comes to these two cameras. The 8K wasn't really a main selling point for me when it came to the R5. One of the things I really liked about the R5 was the fact that it was downsampling 8K to 4K. The Sony A7 III downscales 6K to 4K, and I really liked the downscaling and how that brings so much more detail to a 4K image. The 8K on the R5, if you can shoot it, is pretty amazing. The only problem with 8K and higher resolutions and HQ settings on the R5 is overheating. When I was shooting some photography with the R5, I found myself very limited when it came to video recording. I was in downtown LA, which was very hot, very humid, and Juan, using his Sony A7 III, he never had an issue when it came to video or when it came to photography, which makes me realize that the Sony A7 III, even though people say it overheats, even in the most hottest humid conditions, really is a reliable camera throughout. When we were shooting with this awesome model, we did move around a lot. I found that the EOS R5 felt good in my hands. It felt like a very, durable camera. Something that if I'm running around and I actually did drop, I felt like it would actually survive compared to like maybe a Sony camera. I found when I was shooting with the EOS R5, I was really having a blast when it did work and when it did not overheat, shooting images and shooting video. When we were shooting, the image quality across the board when it comes to photography, the R5 has 45 megapixels. The Sony A7 III is only a 24 megapixel camera. Are you really gonna need 45 megapixels? I don't know. That's really a thing for you to determine on your own. However, having more detail, having a higher megapixel count, and a lot of times can help you crop into an image, help you basically blow up an image if you ever had to, and just if you can get more quality, why not get more quality if you can? When shooting 45 megapixels or shooting high frame rates or just codecs on the EOS R5, you gotta be aware that you're gonna need a beefy memory card. We were using the 512 gigabyte memory card, CF Express, and that costs about $500. So multiple cards, you're looking at a couple $1,000s. And they will fill up quick when you're shooting video and photography. Canon obviously has really good colors. Sony has come a long way. I love Sony colors. I don't think it's a matter of just Sony's terrible and Canon's better. I really think color science is a subjective thing. I tend to like Canon colors more, but I can get a really good image from Sony. So it really doesn't bother me either way, especially in photography when you're shooting raw. You can get both of these images to look really, really good. Now, if you're a hybrid shooter and you're shooting with the Sony A7 III and you're thinking, okay, I want to spend a little bit more money and I want to upgrade to the R5, I would say wait. The R5 is possibly going to get an update. I honestly don't know if there really is that much they can do with the overheating problem, because that could just be an internal issue. Canon really made the Canon EOS R5 a really expensive, awesome photography camera that has not the best functionality when it comes to video. Overheating really tanks the camera. If it didn't overheat, would I suggest the R5? Still a little too expensive in my opinion. But if it didn't overheat, I think it would be a great camera and it would be something I would consider in the future. Now that's all I have to say in terms of shooting with the R5 compared to shooting with the Sony A7 III. If you have any questions about photography or videography, hit me in the comments below and I will see you next time. See you later.